As a child, I've always loved the United States. I love their movies. Maybe The Out and Coming to America was my favorite, and a couple of other Hollywood movies. And since then, I've dreamt of coming to the United States. And fortunately for me, one thing led to another, and that dream became a reality. Hi, my name is Johnson, and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time of coming to this channel, please don't forget to hit the notification bell, subscribe, like, drop your comment in the comment section below. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for your effort, your patience. Thank you so much for always watching my video. You are indeed a great support to me, and I really do not take it for granted. Today, I will be sharing my experience about my US journey, and I do hope that it inspires and also you will love this content. So first, let's talk about how the trip even happened. I was privileged to be sponsored by the Alliance for Oral Health Across Borders to attend the One Voice conference organized by the American Academy for Developmental Medicine and Dentistry in Phoenix, Arizona, United States. The Alliance for Oral Health Across Border covered my flights, my accommodation, my feeding, my the conference registration, and domestic travels, which made this dream a reality for me. I applied through the Student Leadership in Global Oral Health program, an annual program organized by the Alliance for Oral Health Across Borders. The training is actually a rigorous one, spanning about 9 months of intensive training on identifying oral health challenges within your locality and then developing a framework that addresses such concern. Now, at the end of the training, students who performed well are being selected and also sponsored to the United States to make a poster presentation of their work at the One Voice conference. Unfortunately, the new application cycle has just begun 2 days back, and I will drop the link to the website where you can apply if you're interested. Now, this is not only for dental students or dental professionals alone. If you are in any field of medical science and you have interest in oral health, you can as well apply and you will get selected.
No payment except for medical necessity. So she decided to say, well, we haven't ever really decided what is medical necessity. What does that mean? And so she exploited that void and asked all the different oral health entities in America to throw an opinion out on what would medical necessity be. And so we made some opinions, and said pre-radiation. We said diabetes. We said bacterial endocarditis. We said organ transplants, cancer treatment, those kind of things. And they said yes to everything except diabetes.
Oh.
And they said no to diabetes. Why do you think they said no to diabetes?
Because it's so common to have to pay a lot.
It's
A lot
60
of people without diabetes
We don't have money.
gingival problems
Right.
and other treatments.
Okay, so just let me finish this then. Absolutely. And so, so it's crazy, but is oral health?
Now, this opportunity wasn't just about traveling for me, actually. It's about growth, learning, and stepping out of my comfort zone. Let me just say this: the trip was one of the most humbling experiences of my life. Coming from Nigeria, I realized how we take leadership roles and community service for granted. I mean, we do a lot, but then we don't think it's a big deal. But in the United States, every leadership appointment counts, and every um, community services that you do is being celebrated, and that is one big thing that I learned in the United States. So while preparing for my journey, I watched a lot of videos actually, especially when I was to apply and prepare for my visa interview. I watched videos on common interview questions, tips, tricks, and why most people's visa get rejected, and so many other videos like that. I also watched videos on how to navigate my way through the airport, the terminals, and gates. It was actually a period of learning and learning, of course, new things entirely. Fast forward to when I was supposed to leave, I had my professional exam scheduled for the 4th, while my flight was scheduled for the 5th of June. That was another challenge entirely. But then I finished my exams late at night on the 4th and had to travel to Abuja, which is the nearest international airport closer to me. I had to leave that night so that I would be able to catch up with my flight the next day. Now, navigating through the airport in Nigeria wasn't so much of a hassle because the airport wasn't so big like the ones I've met in the US and even at Ethiopia. My flight took off around 1:25 to Addis Ababa in Ethiopia for the next connecting flight using Ethiopia Airlines. It was actually a 7-hour flight to Addis Ababa. From then, I had 3 to 2 hours to connect with the next flight to Washington, D.C. in the United States, and that was 10 hours flight. And we arrived Washington DC airport where I had to go through a lot of security checks, had to go through US customs and border control. After I was cleared at the airport, I had about 8 hours overlay before I connected to the next flight to Phoenix, where I arrived very late, around 12 a.m. I arrived, I then booked an Uber to my hotel room, which is at the Westin Cairns Resort and SPA, one of the best, um, which is also known as the best hotel in Phoenix. Because it was already late, I couldn't connect with other participants except my roommate who was already awake waiting for my arrival. He's also a participant of the Student Leadership in Global Oral Health who came all the way from India for this same conference. He was also selected for this same conference. The next morning, I connected with my fellow cohort members from different countries. It was such an amazing time because for the past 9 months, we've only been having virtual meetings and other things. It has always been virtual, but this gave us the opportunity to meet ourselves, to interact one on one. So it was indeed a very, very amazing time. Now, let's even get to the food. The food in the United States is actually bland. It was actually a cultural shock for me coming from Nigeria where we eat a lot of spicy and tasty food. Our jollof rice is so spicy, tasty, and sweet. And then coming to this place where their food is really not so tasty. It's not even spicy. Like I don't know how to describe it. It was actually a complete cultural shock, but somehow I had to get used to it along the way. That same day was the day for the poster presentation, and we had a lot of persons from different countries. We had people from Canada, US, Pakistan, Iraq, Ethiopia, so many other countries, Nigeria. I was only one from Nigeria, and also we all the participants of the student leaders in global oral health presented their posters. Aside from that, we also had doctors because it was a gathering of medical experts. We have resident, consultant, so even residents presented their posters and their other medical students also in the United States. It was really an amazing conference where I interacted with so many people, so many like my people who are doing great in their field. It was actually a very nice time.
Just try to collect some wisdom of all of the people I meet here in that little booklet. So it's your chance to write down your piece of wisdom in this book and then pass it to the next one, but give it back to me, okay?
Do you have wisdom?
Yeah, I'm full of it.
I did that.
Looking back, I would really say that my US experience was a wild of emotions, lessons, and also unforgettable memory. It taught me how to stay open to new perspective, embrace challenges, and appreciate the beauty of different cultures. I'm really so grateful to Alliance for Oral Health across borders for giving me the opportunity to not just be selected and trained for this program, also providing all the resources that I needed to make my research to also be able to go to the United States and present this proposal. It's actually a very big and huge thing for me, and I really do appreciate them for that. If you are a dental student, a medical student, and you are interested in global oral health program, you can apply for this um, um, the next cohort. You might be lucky to go to the United States. Who knows? So I've come to the end of my video. If you've been to the United States or you're planning your trip to the United States, you can share your experience in the comment section below. You can ask your questions and I'll do well to answer them as they come. So please don't forget to subscribe, like, drop your comment in the comment section below. And in the next video, I will be sharing my US visa experience. It was really, 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 really crazy experience, and I'll be sharing it in the next video. Please don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notification bell so that you'll be notified, and you'll have a lovely day. Bye.